I'm going to get into how I had one day in active addiction where I wanted to unalive myself, and how God uses people around you to save your life like he did that day for me. I'm 7 Day. Hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button. Let's go.
You tuned into the 7 Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit.
What up, y'all? You tuned into the 7 Day Theory. Hard body, hard spirit. Check this. This day, I wanted to unalive myself. And the reason for that, what led up to that was, and what got me into that mind frame, because I might have had thoughts in the past, but I never wanted to act on them because of my belief system. I believe in God. I don't believe in doing that. But there was one day in active addiction where my plan was to act on the thoughts I was having of doing that. Now, this was during Christmas time, like literally during Christmas Day. Not this specific day, but around this time. I had went right before Christmas, like 2 days before Christmas, I went to a detox, inpatient detox. And for some reason, I said I'm not going to do any meds. So they didn't know comfort meds, no nothing, no Suboxone, nothing like that, right? So I was withdrawing. And the first day I was there, I was cool, slept, woke up next day feeling sick as hell. Now the next day is Christmas Day. All the nurses, everybody is on vacation, so they can't even put a script in because I had changed my mind. I was like, look, I'm sick as hell. I need something to help with my withdrawals. They couldn't even. Wasn't nobody gonna be back until like 2 or 3 days after Christmas. Any of the nurses for me to get any meds for my withdrawals. So I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm leaving. I can't deal with this. There's no way. And this was Christmas Day, mind you. Now, I had drove up to the detox in my car and parked it, and I had asked my mom to come get my car because they could, for some reason, the detox didn't let you park your car unless it was on the side of the road, and mine wasn't on the side; it was in a parking lot. So my mom asked my mom to come get it. Now I had left early, so I didn't think she had came and got it yet. But on this day, on this Christmas Day, it was cold, probably about a foot of snow, maybe a little less. I leave, get on my step, tell them I want to leave. I go to walk out the door. It's snowy as hell. I'm cold as fuck. I turn the corner of the building because you can't see the parking lot from the door I exited. I round the corner and look at the parking lot, thinking I'm gonna see my car. My car is gone. So now I'm in a outpatient that is about, driving wise, it's about 35, 40 minutes from where I live. It's in a whole different city. So I couldn't just walk home or anything like that. It was too far to walk. It was cold. It was snowy. It probably took me like 3 hours to walk home, some shit like that, maybe longer. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go back in. Like, I can't leave. My car's not here. So I went back inside. I turned my phone on. Luckily, one of my friends, I called one of my best friends from childhood. Shout out to him. God bless him, because I called him on Christmas Day as he's unwrapping gifts with his kids and his family and everything. And I asked him, I didn't tell him I left detox early. I said, hey, I just got done with detox with inpatient. Can you come get me? He said yes. He said he could get me. Now I'm sick as fuck at this time. And he could see it. Like when I got in the car, he even asked me, like, you all right? And I was like about to throw up and shit. It was bad. I was bad. So, luckily, he came and got me. Now, there's a lot of people that definitely wouldn't have did that on Christmas Day, came and got me. And then he had to drop me off in a city because he lived right by the city, this place I was at. But he had to drop me off in my city, which was like I said, 40 minutes away. So he drops me off. I get in my car. I go and I use, right? And my mom and my girl, they end up finding out I left, right? Because they see I took my car that was at my mom's. And this is on Christmas Day. I think I ended up seeing my kids that day. And then I got into another detox, like literally the next day, like the day after Christmas. I go to another detox that's in my city. I take the meds. They're still not working. Like I'm there for like maybe 2-3 days. I'm taking the meds. Nothing's working. I'm sick as hell. I'm throwing up. Um, I'm anxious. I'm irritable. My body is aching. I'm depressed. Everything right. Nothing is. And I'm taking the meds this time, but they're not working at all. It's just like if I took nothing. That's how I felt. So I was like, man, I was just in 2 detoxes in a week and can't not one of them helped me. I was like, there's no hope for me. I'm not gonna get past this. I couldn't see past my sickness and my withdrawals. I couldn't see getting over that. I didn't think I would be able to get over it because even the meds wasn't working. So my spirit was drained. I was drained. I did not want to be on this earth any longer, right? Because I'm like, damn, if the detoxes can't help me, if 2 detoxes can't help me, I'm just a lost cause. It's just not meant for me to get clean. And that just broke my spirit. It broke me mentally, physically. Spirit broke me. That broke me. So I was like, I'm gonna leave. I think I had worked right before I went to the second detox, and so I knew that there would be. I make tips, so I knew that there would be like $30 on my card when I got out, so I can use whatever, and so I'm not sick. That was my main thing. I just hated being sick. It's the worst feeling ever. If you ever been through opiate withdrawals, worst feeling I've ever felt. So I leave. I get my car. I open my phone and see if my money is on my card, and I have a text that's saying this is when Trump was in office, and he gave us the $600 checks. And I see that I open the check up. I see that I have $600 in my account, my bank account, which I didn't know was gonna be there that day. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to take this money, and because I'm so beaten down, so broken spiritually, mentally, and physically, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna get a hotel room. I'm gonna buy some drugs, and I'm gonna take them, and I'm never gonna wake up again. I'm gonna do it, because I've overdosed before, but luckily there's always been someone around me that can call the ambulance or call the police to where they can Narcan me and wake me up, right, and save my life. So I'm like, I'm gonna rent a hotel room to where no one can find me, no one can call the ambulance and wake me up, and I'm gonna leave this earth. So and at this time I knew my girl, she needed money for the kids. So I'm like, hey, check. As soon as I got out the rehab, I didn't even know the rehab called my mom and my girl and told them that I left. And then so I text my girl. I said, hey, check your card. You probably got the money because I got the money. So I knew she needed money for as far as the $600 checks that the president gave us at the time. So unbeknownst to me, I'm driving in my car going to get money out so I can buy something to use, right? So I can go to the hotel and do this plan that I planned out in my head. Unbeknownst to me, my mom and my girl are talking, and they're like, all right, he just got all this money on his card. He's going to unalive himself. We got to do something about this. So I go to the ATM. I went right from the detox to the ATM. Took me about 15 minutes to get there. I take out 200, and I was like, all right, I'll have 400 left. If I need some more, I'll take more out. But I got 400 left, and I'll just take 200. Now, something told me not to take the whole thing out. I don't know what it was, but something told me, and it's important that I didn't. This is very important. If I would have took all that money out, I probably wouldn't be here talking on this video right now. But so I took the money out, and I go buy what I need to buy to make this plan, right. And so unbeknownst to me, my mom, girl, and cousin are trying to find out ways to get the money that I left on my card, because I had took 200. I had started with 600, took 200, so there's 400 left. Trying to figure out ways to get the money off my card. Now my girl, shout out to her, because she had my card information. I think she took she had a screenshot of it, or took a picture of my card info, so she had the number and everything, right? She knew the passcode. And my cousin had a Venmo account. Now, they used that Venmo account, and all three of them together, my mom, my girl, and my cousin, they were able to, because Jazz had my card information, it was able to get the money off there and transfer it to my cousin's Venmo. Now I don't know this. I don't know this at all. I don't know none of this shit is happening. So I go get my stuff, right. I use it because I'm sick. I use a little bit right then and there. Then I go to the gas station. I think I needed some gas. And then from the gas station, I go to the hotel to go buy a hotel. I walk in the hotel room. I mean, not the hotel room, but the hotel office, lobby, whatever. And I say I want to get a room for the night, whatever. And then I pull out my card to pay for it. I put it in. She said it didn't go through. I said, okay, I know there's money. There's $400 on here. How the fuck it ain't go through? So I do it. I asked her to do it again. She does it again. Still don't go through. What the fuck? How the fuck is I know I got $400 on this card. How the fuck is it not paying for this shit? So I was like, all right. So I left the thing. I was like, let me call my card, see what's happening. I call my card. It says I have $0 in my account. Zero. 400 is gone. Gone. So I'm like, okay. So now I told you I had bought something. I bought $200 worth, or almost $200 worth of drugs. Right. I used a little bit when I first to not be sick. Then I went to the gas station and to the hotel. Now I'm like, okay, well, fuck. What am I gonna do? I'm trying to leave this earth. Right. I need to be somewhere where no one will find me to wake me up, to Narcan me. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go park in the hospital parking lot. Nobody will bother me. They'll just think I'm sleeping or something probably. So while I'm leaving the hotel, I check my pocket where I put my stuff at, my drugs. I check my pocket. It's gone. It's not even in there no more. I check my whole car. I check everything. I must have dropped it somewhere at the gas station before I went, because I went from the gas station to the hotel. And so now I don't have any money, right? I don't have any money. I don't have any drugs. There's zero way for me to execute this plan that I had. So I ended up going to the hospital parking lot. I ended up sitting there for a minute. I sat there for a long time, like almost all night. And then I think one of my dudes called me up, like in the middle of the night, and said, "Hey, I'll give you some if I'll give you if you run this somewhere." I pretty much was running drugs for somebody, and he was gonna pay me in drugs. I was like, okay. It was like 12 at night or something. So I left. I went. He gives me what I'm supposed to take to somebody, and he gives me mine. I took mine. I'm driving. I drop that off. Get the money, go back to his house, drop his money off, and I go back to the hospital parking lot, because I'm homeless at this point. The police. I was driving so reckless, so like I think I was going super slow. I was fading in. I was almost overdosing. I was fading in and out of consciousness while I was driving. Luckily, the police pulled me over. They took me to jail. And a lot of times, me included, and a lot of addicts and criminals are relieved when they go to jail, because either they can stop running now. What they were doing is over with, like how they was living is over with, because they're in jail now. And that's how I felt when I went to jail. I was like, man, I can like get clean now. So. And then I got my phone call right in jail. While I was in jail, I called my mom, and I told her, I said, Mom, I said it was like God was watching out for me. I was like I had, if I wouldn't, I took out 200. I was like, but I used a little bit. I lost my drugs, so I couldn't use that. And then I went to go, and then I thought I had more money on my card. If the money was gone, I was like, Mom, this is like somebody was watching out for me. Like God was watching out for me in this moment. Because if I would have took all the money out in that moment, when I don't know why I didn't take all the money out, it's just something in my conscience told me not to. And if I would have done that, my mom and them, my girl wouldn't have been able to take the $400 off, because I would have had it in cash on me. I would have been dead for sure. And then losing the stash that I had, that also saved me from leaving this earth. So I'm telling my mom, and she's listening and stuff. And then I don't think she even told me at that point that it was them that did it. I think she just listened and was like, oh really? You know what I mean? Listening to what I was saying. But later when I got out of jail, she ended up telling me like, look, yeah, that was us. That was us. We used Venmo. You use your cousin's Venmo to get your money off because Jazz had your card numbers. And I say that to say that this is how a lot of times the people in our lives, even if we don't know it, these people are put there to help you in life. God put these people in your life for a reason. I believe nothing happens by coincidence. I believe everything happens for a reason, for a purpose, no matter how big or small. And even if we might not know the reason, we're humans, right? God, we can barely comprehend God, but we definitely can't understand His way of thinking or what He does, right? So just because we might not know a reason why something is done doesn't mean it doesn't have a reason. We just don't know it because we're not gods. We're humans, right? We're not God. So a lot of times, this is why I always tell people to, like, if they have an addict or anybody, an alcoholic that's around them, to not give up on them. If you have to set boundaries so that addict or alcoholic isn't pulling you down with them. But definitely, my best advice would be don't give up, because you never know on somebody that is struggling, because you never know when you might be able to help them or when they're gonna make that change and be like, and maybe it might be something you do or say that motivates them, inspires them to get clean. What motivated me and inspired me to get clean was consequences and not being able to be the person I wanted to be and the father that I should be, that I always dreamed of being. That's what motivated me to get sober and get clean. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Truth, testimony, talk, 3 T's. I'm 7 Day. Keep your head up and your eyes open. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head up, eyes open. I'm out.